The cargo shuttle Persistence touched down on landing pad 14 of Calvary, stationed with all the grace of a stumbling rhinoceros attempting ballet. Homer Winslow killed the engines and slouched in the pilot's seat, listening to the cooling metal groan around him through the frost-lined viewport. The colony sprawled beneath him, a scattering of heated domes and interconnected walkways stretching across the frozen plains of Meridian Prime's northern hemisphere. 7 years running cargo in this sector hadn't dulled Homer's amusement at the station. It looked as if someone had dropped soup cans on ice and called it architecture. He pulled on his old olive tactical jacket, the left sleeve marked by a burn scar from a past encounter with Baxi Customs, and made his way to the cargo bay. The shipment of thermal regulators promised a decent payout, enough to keep the Persistence fueled and Homer fed with something other than protein cubes for another month. The station's main thoroughfare was already busy despite the early cycle hour. Humans bustled alongside vanny traders with six-jointed limbs, and clusters of Morketh merchants argued in their sharp, clicking language. Homer kept his head down and moved toward the trading hub, boots crunching over frost that never fully melted despite the walkway heaters. Passing the medical center, Homer noticed her. Sitting on a supply crate, wings folded, her green hair falling forward to partially hide her face, was a Draconari woman. Even hunched over, she must have stood 7 feet tall. Golden scales gleamed under the dome's light, her presence drawing stares from every passerby. But it wasn't her size or species that caught Homer's attention, it was the way she sat. Defeated, as if the universe had decided to make her a personal joke. Her hand clutched a medical readout tablet, fingers trembling. Homer had learned from his grandmother that you never ignore someone who looked like the floor had dropped beneath them. He approached, voice neutral. "Excuse me. You all right?" The Draconari looked up, startlingly blue eyes shimmering like Arctic lightning. Her angular face, adorned with golden and amber scales and small horn-like protrusions sweeping back into her hair, fixed him with an unreadable stare. "I am fine," she said, voice carrying the characteristic hissing undertone of her species. "Please continue with your business." Homer shook his head. "You don't look fine. You look like someone just told you the warranty on your future expired." A flicker of surprise crossed her eyes. "What would you know of expired futures, human?" "Plenty. I've had 3 of them already," she said quietly. He gestured toward a nearby bench overlooking the station atrium. "That one has better lumbar support than a crate. Sit while you figure out whether you want to tell me to get lost." For a long moment, she studied him, tail twitching once. "You are strange," she said finally. "I've been told," Homer replied. She rose, 7.5 feet tall now, wings adding to the impression of sheer presence. Silver-toned armor marked with battle scars clinked lightly as she moved to the bench. Homer followed. "My name is Homer Winslow. I run cargo, Sither Vulcamere." She offered no profession, no handshake. "I was a soldier. Now I am nothing." "That's a hell of a retirement speech." "It is not retirement," she corrected. "It is expulsion." She held up the medical tablet. "I've been examined by specialists on 3 worlds. My internal structure is incompatible with successful gestation. My body is too large. My wings, my form, everything about me is wrong for carrying offspring. My clan deemed me defective. A warrior who cannot contribute to the species has no purpose. I chose exile." Homer absorbed it. Dranari society valued reproduction above all. Hearing it directly from someone cast out for her biology was different from hearing stories. "How long have you been on Calvary?" he asked. 12 days. "My funds are depleted. I've tried to find work." She gestured at herself. "Humans are wary of employing someone who could unintentionally destroy equipment or coworkers." Homer nodded. "I've got a cargo run scheduled for tomorrow to Selvik Ridge. The outpost manager, Hoffman, will pay double for someone who can actually discourage ice pirates. I can offer you a trial run. She looked at him, blue eyes sharp and assessing. You are not afraid of me? Should I be? Most humans your size, your appearance, see a predator. I see someone who got handed a raw deal and is trying to figure out what comes next. He extended a hand. Landing pad 14, docking bay 3. We lift at 0600. If you're there, you're hired. She studied his hand, then took it carefully. I will be there. 20 minutes early, she arrived, pack slung over her shoulder, wings tucked. Homer showed her the converted storage closet bunk. A cot, a shelf, and a sliding magnetic door. Not much, he admitted. Private, she replied. Worth more than space. The flight to Selvik Ridge was 6 hours. Sithara inspected the cargo hold, then took the co-pilot seat. Homer asked about her service. She recited campaigns, the Thornback Uprising on Dramere 6, border disputes, suppression of pirates decorated for valor, yet now considered worthless by her clan. They arrived safely. Sithara proved invaluable during the occasional pirate attempt. Weeks became months. She gained a reputation for competence and strength. She began sleeping in Homer's quarters, the colonists at Calvary gradually referring to them as a single unit, during a supply run to Pellerin outpost. They witnessed a preserved Dronari artifact frozen in a canyon. It predated all known historical records by millennia. Sithara, once exiled, quietly marveled. Her ancestors had explored farther than anyone remembered. In the guest quarters that night, she revealed herself fully. I want to know what I can do, what I can have, what I can build. Homer kissed her. Gravity, timing, inevitability, they fell together. Months passed. The pregnancy was complicated, requiring constant monitoring. Yet quiet, tender moments persisted. Homer cooking for her cravings, feeling the baby move beneath her scaled skin. The labor lasted 37 hours. Exhausted but triumphant, Sithara held their newborn daughter, golden green scales, tiny wings, a tuft of blonde hair. She's perfect, said Dr. Crawford. She's vile, said Sithara. The unexpected road. 1 year later, the Winslow family watched the sunset from Calvary Station. The daughter experimented with tiny wing flutters, eyes glowing with both parents' hues. Messages from Sithara's clan tried to lure her back, offering honorary recognition and reintegration. No, she said, tail curling around Homer. You are my family now. You and Mvile. This is our culture. Below them, Calvary Station continued its rotation, carrying them across frozen plains and stars beyond proof that journeys against all odds could lead exactly where they needed to go. The end.